Hey y'all, Nev here, and happy Monday to you. I am super excited to come in and share with you some of the cool things that I have learned. Well, I don't know that I have learned it, I've already known this, but I'm using this as an opportunity to share some stuff that I think it's really important, but not a lot of people are talking about it. You might know that, actually, I think everybody knows that I own a few different properties, and most of them are long term buy, hold, rent kind of thing. Well, it's already been bought, so it's just a hold and rent now. But, anyways, I have a vacancy that basically caused me then to have to go and show the property, interact with potential renters, and just share a little bit about the apartment and kind of what's happening. And one of the things that was really interesting is that I had a few different tenants. Of course, I had a slew of people kind of come through, take a look at it. You know, they walk around, you get to talk to the folks. But I'm talking about a specific individual who came in, and I'm not going to share the name because my business is not to embarrass folks. I want to use this as an opportunity for you to be able to learn so that you can improve on it. And one of the individuals that came through, we started talking, and they said, well, what is the application process? I kind of explained the process. I explained that I do background check as well as the credit check. And, they said, oh, well, can we talk about the credit check? I said, sure. And sometimes, you get folks who already know that they don't have good credit, and they kind of explain what's happening. And that's always helpful because you can have a conversation with them right then and there. This particular individual said, well, I've already applied to a couple of different places, and, they all rejected me saying my credit is not good. So I know it's not good. I said, well, when you say it's not good, what do you mean? He said, well, I don't really know what's in it. And so I spent good 30 minutes educating this individual about the credit report and how they can get stuff. And that's what caused me to want to do this video for you here today. Most of you already know this stuff, but some people don't. And sometimes we assume that people will know things. But what I have found in years of doing this stuff is that vast majority of people don't know a lot of things that you would think is common sense. And so I ended up letting the individual know that, you can go out there and actually run your own credit check. And I believe it's annualreport.com or something along those lines. You can always just search it in the search engine. Just type in free annual report. Or sometimes if you go to your banking institution, you can actually ask them to help you with it. But the key component is you can actually run it once a year. You can run it absolutely free. You can actually even visit the 3 different agencies that do this stuff to be able to understand what's actually inside your own report. You need to know what is being reported, what is being put on your report, because that is going to help you understand. Sometimes there might be a claim that might not be completely accurate. It's outdated. So you need to go out and clean that stuff up, especially if you're going to be shopping for stuff like a home, for example, or investment property, or even looking for a rental place. They all check it. What most landlords don't do is have a conversation with you to educate you on what you need to know and how to improve it. So we ended up spending a little bit of time where I shared that stuff, and I explained that, typically there's a credit score that can range anywhere from about 3 to 450, depending on which agency you use, up to like 850, and that most places, when they're renting, they're looking for 650 credit score. There's some places that are going to go lower, some places that need higher. If you have 720 credit or higher, that's going to be considered excellent credit, and so that's awesome. But when you have a bit lower credit, what are the things that are maybe dinging you? So one of the things that is going to ding you is having way too much utilization of the credit. Meaning if you have, say, $1,000 credit, right? I'm making things up as I'm going here, okay? Work with me. And you use the entire $1,000, your credit is going to ding because, and the credit score is going to be dinged because you're utilizing 100% of what you have. However, if you have 1,000 but you're only using 300, your credit score is actually going to be running really well. So they prefer that you use 30 to 50% of what is available to you, and you have to vary it all the time, which is interesting. The second component, which is even more important concept to understand, is that lack of paying the bills on time or not paying them at all. And so when you are late, you're going to get some derogatory terms with that. So make sure that you're not being late and that you're paying things on time. But more importantly, what I find that is really destroying people's credits and why people will basically reject renters, reject tenants into their place, and why even I will actually reject is failure to pay, meaning you have accounts in collection. What I recommend is going out there and getting that fixed as quickly as humanly possible. Work with an attorney if you have to get this stuff fixed up and cleaned up. What I have seen a lot of times is things like your utility bills will be on it, or maybe a phone bill. Verizon seems to be very good about reporting. And, sometimes we get into this whole concept of wanting to be right as opposed to wanting to be happy. And what I have seen is that folks will have, $100 bill with Verizon that they're disputing, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's what's causing derogatory terms. I understand that perhaps Verizon is wrong, but I also understand that impact of what that is going to be. So for me, depending on the situation and what's happening, I will definitely work with the company. What I recommend, folks, if it's like something really low, like, $20, $30, $50, what is more important? What is your ultimate goal that you're trying to accomplish? A lot of people want to be right, and so now they will allow their credit to be completely destroyed because they're trying to be right for like $15. For me, I'll just pay the stupid $15, get over and done with this, move on, and have a clear record. I don't know if that's the right thing. It may not work for everybody. I know that it's not a popular thing to do, but that's just what I do to make sure that my personal credit score and credit report ends up running as clean as humanly possible. I hope this is helpful to you. If this is one of those things that can help other people, please do feel free to share this video. Let's help people out. Let's educate more people and help people start having better financial future. Until next time, stay forever money blessed, and remember, you are only one deal away.